Hello, man of word, we truly appreciate that you joined us. We are glad that we can support you in your further development. Today's topic is about 5 lessons that everyone should learn from Gary Vaynerchuk. So, let's begin. Welcome to amanofword.com, the most refreshing network in the business world. Why should you pay close attention to this? 1. You will understand why it's important to don't make excuses. 2. You will learn to love the process. And 3. You will understand that every company needs to be a media company. Gary Vaynerchuk, also known as Gary Vee, is arguably the most influential thought leader in the marketing industry at the moment. He built up his success through hard work and hustle, using the power of the internet to grow his father's wine shop into a multi-million-dollar business before launching his successful marketing agency and making a career as a keynote speaker and entrepreneur. We've selected 5 Gary Vaynerchuk lessons that are relevant and helpful. So let's dive in. Lesson 1, don't make excuses. One of Gary Vee's current favorite questions is simply and. The point that he's making is that even if people rattle off a long list of complaints about their current conditions, it ultimately comes down to, and what are you going to do about it? When you find yourself in an unfavorable situation, you can either complain about it and do nothing, or you can try to change the situation you find yourself in. From a marketing point of view, you can take this attitude and apply it to your campaigns. If something doesn't work as well as expected, don't waste your time playing the blame game. Instead, focus on what you can change and get cracking. After all, what's the alternative? Lesson 2, hustle, hustle, hustle. Hustle is one of the most important elements in the Gary Vee philosophy, and it's pretty easy to see why. When Vaynerchuk talks about hustle, he's talking about the need for people to put their all into something if they want to make it happen. So if you're working 9 to 5 and have kids to look after as well, hustle means getting on the computer at 10 p.m. and trying to follow your dreams by launching a business, learning a new skill, or doing whatever else it takes to get you to where you want to be. From a marketing point of view, hustle means continually trying new things and working hard when everyone else is taking a day off. When Oreo went viral with their Dunk in the Dark tweet, it was because a group of their key employees was hustling by watching the Super Bowl from a special war room so that they could react to it as a brand in real time. Lesson 3, every company needs to be a media company. Many years ago, CEOs would think you're mad for willing to share your trade secrets with the public. Today the same people realize that sharing secrets is the key to winning the loyalty of clients and customers. Becoming a thought leader within any given field is on the very agenda. Understand what's important to your audience. Produce content around your expertise which would be valuable to your audience. This includes articles, videos, infographics, images, quotes, seminars, webinars, events, etc. Most companies are already experts on the given subject in their field, and so creating content around it in a creative way is key. Information about every single topic is now widely accessible online, and when the problem for your customer arises, they reach for this information. Daily. HubSpot, an inbound marketing software platform, did exactly that. While their competition kept their content close to the chest, they shared almost everything which had established them as the leader they are today. Companies have 2 options here. 1. Let their potential customer consume content from them, or 2. Allow their customer to access the information from someone else. I will let you decide, but I already know what your answer is. Lesson 4, relationship marketing. Relationship marketing is becoming more and more important for brands in 2016. Instead of a short sales cycle, Gary Vaynerchuk focuses on a long-term relationship building. There is nothing wrong with a short sales cycle, i.e. needing to raise funds in a limited amount of time. However, your overall actions should not be defined by the objectives of a single event. Focus on the long-term value. In Gary's words, I hope you give me your email address in 9 years based on the value I am providing to you now. It is a metaphor, but it sums up how he operates. The fun part is that he's known to leave huge sums of money on a table for the sake of genuine care and help without asking anything in return, because relationships are so much more important to him than money. It starts with care first. Lesson 5, when you get knocked down, get up. Not all of Vaynerchuk's business deals have been a success, and he makes no secret of that fact. He often says that he secretly hopes that he loses his empire just so he can build it all back up again. He's not saying you should go out there and deliberately scupper your business, but he is saying that when things do go wrong, you need to get back up and try again. This is particularly relevant for modern marketers because not everything works. That's why we measure our analytics. Sometimes things go so drastically wrong that all you can do is pull a campaign entirely and start again, just as McDonald's had to do after their epic #McFail. What else can you do? When you're McDonald's, you can't just give up. As a bonus for you, we've selected 5 things that you didn't know about Gary Vaynerchuk that will help you further to get a little more motivation. Fact number 1, he loves football. Gary didn't start a major fan of the sport. He admits his favorite team was chosen for him by another kid when he was 5 years old after he had just moved to New Jersey from Belarus and before he had a solid grasp of the English language. However, over time, he grew to love the team. After launching Wine Library TV, Gary could be seen spitting wine from his tastings into a New York Jets bucket, and now considers buying the team to be one of his ultimate goals. Just like so many other people living in the good old US of A, he's probably amped for the upcoming NFL season. And he's likely hoping his beloved New York Jets take it all the way to the Super Bowl. Fact number 2, he's a fan of the selfie. While it's no surprise that someone who has built so much of their empire based on their social media presence isn't scared of a few pics, Gary's Instagram account is predominantly filled with selfies. In fact, his known fondness for the selfie was even on display when he cheekily pulled out his phone and mimicked taking such a pic while being introduced as a judge at the 88th Miss America pageant. Via Fortune. So, if you've ever questioned whether successful entrepreneurs and business owners chronicle their lives the same way that so many others do, in Gary's case, the answer is yes. Fact number 3, he has to fight for work-life balance. Like so many people today, Gary is a dedicated family man, with a wife and 2 children, who want to have a chance to travel the world. He makes his priorities very clear in his Twitter profile, where the very first words are family first. However, he does admit that it's a constant battle to balance his family life with his work. Ultimately, that makes it seem as though Gary is fighting the same battles that many of us do every day. People are often torn between their work obligations and home life, and those that reach the higher echelons of success are doing the same. Yes, Gary Vaynerchuk is the unicorn king of social media marketing, and that is worth recognizing. But, in a lot of ways, he's like the rest of us. A normal guy who drops the occasional F-bomb, enjoys watching grown men fight over a football, posts the occasional selfie, and just wants to travel more with his family. What are the best things to remember from this article? 1. Don't make excuses. 2. Love the process. And 3. Every company needs to be a media company. Because we get to the end of this, we want to know, what is your favorite fact about Gary Vaynerchuk? And what is the most valuable lesson that you learned today? Until next time, thank you for watching until the end, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button to be notified for every new learning opportunity. And always remember, man of word, be aware of the person that you can become.